Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
One of the things I say about myself is that it's my destiny to be here. And I say it because even though my dad took us traveling to the UK, US, to Rome, he always said, you will meet German companies, German pharmaceutical companies. He was that specific. I hadn't studied pharmacy when he was saying this. He died 2019, and 2021 somehow Bayer Foundation found me. I am one of the fortunate ones with so much going for me. But when in 2021 we won the Women Empowerment Program, it was such a boost. It was such a confidence boost. It made me realize that what we were doing with my medicines was actually vital and needed to be reinforced and enhanced. We've grown, we've scaled, but I always come back to Bayer Foundation and what you gave us, which is that great big push. That was the very first time we'd win anything. And as Andrea said, we've gone on to win several others. I'm glad to be here because I'll be talking about empowering women in the global south and how it is so relevant in social entrepreneurship. You see, women are so vital in social entrepreneurship. It appears it is wired in our DNA to do good and to do it in a sustainable manner. I will emphasize a few case studies, and I will also draw your attention to a project that we are doing back in Nigeria, funded by the Bayer Foundation. It is essential to empower women. It has always been known that social entrepreneurs do good and we do it well. Let's say we tend to see where the problems lie and we go for the root cause. Now, social entrepreneurs all over the world are doing this in many sectors, from healthcare to agri to shelter to name it, several other areas, and it's making sense. If you look at the statistics that are available to us, social entrepreneurs are creating over 200 million jobs across the world. So if you are an organization or an individual who is serious about jobs, job creation, and meaningful jobs, then it's a means to an end to empower social entrepreneurs. True or false? I think it's true. Social entrepreneurs are also generating around $2 trillion in revenue annually. That's a significant amount of money. And so the more we are enabled, the more we are active and operational, the more we're contributing to the global economy. Half of social enterprises are led by women compared to mainstream enterprises where it's just 20%. So imagine what we can do with female-led social enterprises and our impact on jobs and on creating more revenue. It appears also that women employ more women. And so if you want to get women employed, then make more women founders of successful ventures. Lastly, what are we looking for? Just about $1 trillion would enable and empower more social entrepreneurs to build into the economy, the global economy of this world. If you compare and look through all of these statistics, I think if anyone is doing anything with social entrepreneurs, you are doing good work. If you look at the cycle of factors that actually influence what social entrepreneurs do, it's holistic. We embrace technology, we embrace leadership, we embrace marketing, all of the basics and the fundamentals in running a successful business. But we do it with such impact on not just the women, but on the communities that we operate in. I think that if any country is serious about stemming migration of Africans to your country, then help us to create the jobs, to catalyze the economy, and to create skill and sustainability in our own countries in the way that would help to create meaningful impact and poverty reduction. Social enterprises shouldn't be platforms where women are simply put in a pipeline and just kept more like in a waiting room. I think that if I'm going to leave you with any core message today, is the fact that it should be a springboard. The way that I have sprung from leading just my medicines to now running a venture that has spread out with chains of pharmacies, where in almost every leg of the value chain, we're having our own products produced soon, coming into the market, NAFTA registered. We're now enabling thousands of homes to have access to medicines. I think it can happen in multiple sectors. We need it, it is important, and it is essential. So we don't want to just pat a few people on the back and say, oh, good woman. We want to create more structures for them to bounce and shine and live their destinies, maybe like mine. Now, there are some barriers, and they're well-known barriers. One, of course, is the fact that there is a gender pay gap that is marked in Africa and sub-Saharan Africa, and I must say the South, the global South. The funding gap also exists, not just for sub-Saharan Africa, but when you dig further, even for female-led enterprises in sub-Saharan Africa. We have an example of how someone has raised funds here today. I hope we will learn from it and help to catalyze it so that more people can have that access. But the numbers are appalling. If we have raised $1 billion, only 15 million have gone to female-led enterprises. That's what the numbers are saying. That's a shame, it's embarrassing, and I think we can do better. We still have more countries in Africa that need to convert from this notion that a woman has to bring her husband in order to open a bank account. It seems like so long ago that we moved away from that, but it is still the reality of women. Where do you start to run an enterprise when you need to get probably a reluctant partner to open an account? We need to do better. These barriers exist, but they also open up for opportunities for all. We can make change through the right laws, through the right policies, through the right partnerships. And these partnerships help with investments and they help with voice and representation. I think that if we are deliberate, not just talking about it, but we are as deliberate as what we see here at the Bayer Foundation is doing, we can overcome the various barriers. A few examples of those who have been supported in this manner. Bilkis has done fantastic work with her waste management initiative. Now you see men, women, children collecting waste because they know that there's something that would come out for them. Anushka has also done incredible work in Senegal. She's enabled people to save towards buying climate-resistant and healthier inputs for their farms. We have our own example also. Funded by the Bayer Foundation, we're testing for 3 years a model, an innovative model that has been successfully executed in some parts in several African countries. And now we have tweaked it and added a component where we're collaborating from health to agric to ensure 500,000 homes have access to good health care. 30,000 female farmers have the equipment, the training, the enablement, and access to new markets, and at least 2,500 healthcare workers are properly trained to deliver the care. The unique thing is that it's an ecosystem play. We have healthy entrepreneurs, Used is here in the room. We have Advantage Health Africa Mind Company, Jennifer Itu Foundation, we have Afex, and we have Koamana, Hafsa is here in the room. All five of us were brought together by Bayer Foundation and then funded, and now we are implementing. What we're implementing is innovative and it is strategic. We have received feedback and support from the government of Kaduna State. All of the elders, the key stakeholders, the influencers in the community are enjoying the capacity that we're building. And already in implementing, we can see a bigger demand for healthcare than we had thought. So this is real. This is happening. The women who are being trained are excited. The men who are seeing the change are supportive, and the government is behind us. We think that more of such catalytic programs are needed. If you enhance women in entrepreneurship, particularly social enterprises, we'll be doing multiple things. One, you give them access to resources, and then you enhance their agency. When we move from women empowerment to women in economic power, we'll begin to see a change in the dynamics across the world because women will employ more women, right? Women will do more good, right? And women will provide lasting solutions in their communities in a manner that is different from the traditional businesses that we have seen. I think it's time for us to do much more to progress what women are doing, support and amplify the investment for women social entrepreneurs. They will work on health, on the environment, and on gender, and we will do well. If we have and help more women to grow, economies will grow. In Nigeria right now, we're seeing the impact of the work we are doing. We now have people who say, oh, when my mom says she can't find her medicine, I'll tell her, wait, let me ask my medicines. And almost every week I get feedback that we are able to discover their medicines. When people now say, let me farm, and they get inputs from Hafsa, or they get support from AFEX, they are more empowered. If women can be helped to help others, I think that we will grow the economy that we need in the South, the global South, and we will have the impact in the global North that we desire. Thank you very much.